wicked, wicked beast he is! Ah! Wrecked all my plans! Oh, how I tried! You and your minions, descend upon him! Smash him! Ah!
What the? Alright. Well, come out of here.
Ah, what the? That was a rat! Those aren't minions! That's Easter! What is your problem? You dummy! Ah! I must do myself! Send the most wicked of demons to get him now! Get him! And I'm spenty!
I'm glad you're having a good week. I'm glad you're feeling good about yourself. Yep. I told you that day at the Devil Spa would totally help out. Alright, buddy. You take care. Have a good week. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good old Beelzebub. He's feeling pretty good these days. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, so it is Friday, and we are wrapping it up for this week. It's been an outstanding week, as always. And we now have a countdown to our Halloween party. Yes, we're going to have our Halloween party. It's going to be Friday, October 30th. And it's going to be a fun event. You're going to need a costume. You don't have to have a costume, but you should have a costume. Remember what we said all week. You're worth it. Have some fun with it. Be creative. Man, we had a gentleman last year that, he showed up. He looked like he was dressed normal. And then when it was time to put the costume on, he pulled his jacket up, buttoned it at the top of his head. He looked like a headless dude. And he put his glasses up there. It was outstanding. Anything can be a costume. You just gotta be a little creative. Need a little help with some ideas? Hey, put some messages down there in the comments. And oh, by the way, keep liking. And now that it's Friday, let's get on with some Friday movies. So my first movie pick, of course, you have to watch this during Halloween month, or October as other people like to call it. You have to watch Ghostbusters. Now, the weird thing about Ghostbusters, everybody knows it, everybody's seen it, but it's not on a single streaming service right now. Well, it's on a bunch of streaming services, but you have to pay for all of them. So it's anywhere from $2.99. So if you go to YouTube and you search up Ghostbusters, you can rent through regular YouTube, $2.99. You can watch the movie Ghostbusters. Now you got Voodoo and Hoodoo and Hulu and Voodoo, all that stuff, Prime and Netflix and all that. Yeah, you gotta pay a rental fee for it. And that's okay. Ghostbusters was an outstanding movie. It's so Halloween that there's nothing else to say about it. Except that it's Ghostbusters. According to Beelzebub, apparently that name might be insensitive. We might have to look at changing it to Spectrobusters. That sounds pretty insensitive too, so stick with Ghostbusters. This was a great movie. Bill Murray and everybody in this was super, super great, super fun. It's a really cool, interesting story. Very goofy at times. The special effects are, but you love it. It's great. And just like that guy that advocated for himself last week, to, stay puffed, This is where that guy comes from. Great movie, great movie. Go watch Ghostbusters. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. If you have seen it, try and find it somewhere on a streaming service. Maybe you've got the disc, maybe you've got the DVD or the Blu-ray or something like that. Check it out. You gotta watch it. It's just fun. If you haven't watched it in a while, and you feel like, I don't know, put it on. I guarantee you'll watch the whole thing. Alright, so that's my movie pick for the weekend. Now, for the binge-worthy weekend movie, Halloween series, marathon movies. I don't know. I can't get that right. I do the Halloween in there, and now I keep screwing it up. Anyway, I've got the quintessential movie series for October and for Halloween, which is Halloween. Now, Halloween, the movie series, spans from 1978 to 2018. And there's a few more in the works. This is 11 films, over 3 decades. That's 30 years. Over 30 years. It's over 20 hours of movies. If you watch the whole thing, over 20 hours of movies. The lead character of the movie throughout the series participated in 3 different storylines of the movie. So let's break them down. Alright, so we got the original Halloween, 1978. We get it. Michael Myers arrives. Then, 3 years later, we've got Halloween 2 in 1981. Well, it's Halloween 2. We get it. He goes on another killing spree. Now, 1 year later, we get Halloween 3 in 1982. This is the Season of the Witch. That's the title of this one. Halloween, the Season of the Witch. No Michael Myers, though, so it tanked. Shocker. 7 years later, we get Halloween 4, aptly titled, 1988, it was aptly titled, The Return of Michael Myers. Let the slashing begin. Now we seem to be on a roll again because 1 year later, we get Halloween 5 in 1989. The Revenge of Michael Myers. I wonder how that's going to go. 6 years later, we get Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers in 1995. The Curse of Michael Myers. Well, interestingly enough, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, is in this movie. But this is now, we've dropped the numbers. No more numbers on the names of the movies. No more numbers. We've dropped that. We're just into Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. That's it. But this is the 6th installment. Again, go away. Then, 3 years later, in 1998, we get Halloween H2O. No, not Halloween water. It's Halloween 20 years later. H2O. Halloween 20 years later. Halloween 20 years later. This is the 7th installment. But Jamie Lee Curtis from the original Halloween makes her return to the movies. This is her third time, because she was in Halloween 2. This is her 3rd time in a new storyline of the Halloween series. Again, okay. 4 years later, in 2002, we get Halloween Resurrection, the 8th installment of the series. And technically, they're all, after the first one, resurrection. Because the dude keeps coming back from the dead. Please. Didn't work out very well. Let's try it again. Now, 5 years later, in 2007, we get Halloween. That's it. It's Halloween. Nothing else. It's the 9th installment, but the title is just Halloween. What the heck happened? Rob Zombie stepped in. Yes, we talked about Rob Zombie last Friday with Jared on Instagram Live and Social Hour. Now, Rob Zombie took over and he said, I want to redo the movie, the original 1978 Halloween, the first one. I want to redo it. I don't want to redo it shot for shot, so it's not a remake per se, and it's not a reimagination per se. He basically took the original story and dug into the characters a little bit more. This was actually a pretty good film, but it kind of restarted the series again. This is the 9th installment. Good job, Rob Zombie. Jamie Lee Curtis is now out again. She was back for the others, and she was in the beginning, and then she was back for a couple, and now she's out again as we restart the series with Rob Zombie. And 2 years later, we get another installment. It's Halloween 2. That's it. Halloween 2. Again, by Rob Zombie. 2009. 10th installment. Jamie Lee Curtis is still out. Michael Myers apparently is still killing people. Now, 9 years later, we get Halloween. That's it. Another. This is the 3rd Halloween with nothing else in the title. It's the 10th installment in 2018. Just a couple of years ago. Now this is a direct sequel to the original film in 1978. The original Halloween, they made a Halloween 2 a couple years later, 3 years later in 1981. There was Halloween 2. This one in 2018 is a new Halloween 2. So the Halloween in 1978 happened, and now this storyline is Halloween 2018 storyline continuing. So a new number 2. I'm very confused. Rob Zombie, he's now out, and Jamie Lee Curtis, she's back in. This is Jamie Lee Curtis's 3rd time in this film series with a brand new storyline. This has never happened before. I don't know what is going on. So, that's the 11 installments. But, there's more, folks. Oh yeah, there's much more. Why? Because they're apparently worth it. There are 2 more scheduled. One for 2021, aptly titled Michael Myers on Halloween Kills. That's what he's been doing the entire time. Same dude, he's been resurrected in every single one, and he's killed in every single one. This is not original. Slated for an October release, by the way. Shocker. And then, in 2022, we have Halloween The End. Anybody want to place bets on whether or not it will really be the end? I'm going with no. Again, slated for an October release. Alright guys, so that's my binge-worthy weekend Halloween movie series marathon movies. I think I got it right that time. Halloween. We're not going to watch them all this weekend. I don't even know where they're all at, honestly. But pick and choose what you want to watch of the Halloween series. These are quintessential to the Halloween season. You gotta at least watch one to understand where the music comes from. You hear every year during Halloween, coming from somebody's house as you're walking around Halloween night.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, October the 16th. 15 days gone out of the month of October already. Oh well, I'm not gonna dwell, but today's national day is National Global Cat Day. Not just a Black Cat Day, a Garfield Day, Global Cat Day. So I thought, what's the difference? Gotta look it up, right? So I looked it up, and it has to do with cats that are trapped and they're neutered and spayed, and then they're put back into their environment that they came out of if they can't be adopted, so that they can still live out their lives without being euthanized, but they've been fixed so they don't have more feral cats everywhere. So it's a good thing. Get their ear clipped. You know, you guys have heard Gary talk about his half cat. It's a feral cat. It's not because his ear's clipped that it's half a cat. He shares it with a neighbor. It's kind of like that black cat that keeps bothering me in this neighborhood. She's not feral, but she's like the neighborhood cat. But she's starting to creep me out. She's not like my nice little cat that doesn't do anything, that sits on my fireplace. Even though she's black and most eyes are a little woo. But anyway, we'll just see what that black cat does to me anymore. But that's our day today. So thank the people that go out there and take care of the cats that nobody else does and give them a good life, hopefully, afterward. So that's our day today. Global Cat Day.
Hey, what's up, ECDI, TCDI? It's Friday, the weekend is upon us, and we still have Halloween coming up. So this Friday, I wanted to feature some movies that I found on Amazon Prime. So we've already covered Hulu, we've already covered Vudu, we've already covered Netflix. So this week I figured, let's see what Prime has to offer. So those of you who have Amazon Prime, you can find the following movies. They have a whole bunch of Halloween stuff. These are just some of the stuff that looked interesting to me, but feel free to look at the other titles. They have a lot of stuff. So enjoy and happy Halloween.
Hello, creeps. We are here for Movie Friday, and I'm here to talk about the scariest movie of all time. It is the story of two children who get abandoned into a pumpkin patch. Oh, those parents must really not like those children, and they turned evil. And once, in this movie, they eat these little yellow bird named Woodstock. And it is a story of revenge that a dashing beagle named Snoopy goes after to get these guys. Yes, you know the horror movie I'm talking about. It's a great pumpkin Charlie Brown. You see there the evil little boys in the pumpkin patch, the tombstone for the Woodstock, and the vengeful beagle known as Snoopy. I highly recommend this, unless you are scared of monsters, because they will scare you. So make sure you watch this movie with the lights on, because it is a very, very scary movie, and it gives me nightmares. So guys, happy Movie Friday!
Alright guys, so it is Friday. It's a great day. We've had an outstanding week. It's totally awesome. We're having a great time with all this Halloween stuff. Hope you've enjoyed it. Whoever's been sitting in my seat needs to take a hike. It's really bugging me. Weird stuff's happening all the time. I don't know. Anyway, today, Insta Live, Insta Trivia, 1 o'clock, the most amazing game of all time, even marginally better in the Halloween season. So check that out. Instagram Live, 1 o'clock today, Insta Live, Insta Trivia, where the questions come from what? Everything we do all week long on social media. Alright guys, take care. Have a great Friday for the morning routine. Have an outstanding weekend. We'll see you on Monday.